Hey everybody, this is John. Welcome to the free options video. Really a strange day. A lot of the asset classes just having these phenomenally huge moves. I will review that in a premium video, but I want to show you a couple things here today for just basic option stuff. So Tesla today up 5%, huge move. And I've been trading a long time, and I love catching big moves. And I would love to say that I loaded up on this one, but all I did was sell a put spread. So the good news is that this put spread that we called out in the room, we should have max profit on it, but it would be nice on something like this, obviously, to just have loaded up on long calls. So why am I showing you this? Well, the question that came up a lot today was, well, now what do we do? I mean, what do you do in a situation like this? And there's not a lot. So the idea with stuff like this is that, you load up here, and this is the area where you sell, you take profits. Well, on a put spread on something like this, because it's moved so much, it's already at almost max profit, so we could buy it back, and that's great. But the question is, then do you initiate a new put spread here? Do you buy calls? Do you chase it? Or do you sell calls? And really what it comes down to is just, what is your setup? What's the setup that you want to use? And for me, one of the smallest time frames that I like to do a squeeze on is a 39-minute chart. So here we had Tesla in a 39-minute squeeze back at $263, and this is one that we played last week and caught a little bit of a bump, which is nice, but those options were expired last week and did not add a new one because guess what? I didn't have a new squeeze. So this just kind of happened, you get those upgrades and things like that, and that's just what happens. But the moral is, if you got a setup, great. If you don't, guess what? There's plenty of other setups out there. What is a setup that I like right now? I really like CMG. So we don't have a squeeze on a weekly chart, but if I'm going to switch this to a 195-minute chart, I do like this quite a bit. So we've got, instead of something that's already been taking off, we got a 195-minute chart that's gearing up. You can see the momentum switch today and a daily squeeze. For me, that's great, and bought some in-the-money calls, sold some puts, and looking for this to start working its way higher. So that's a setup. This is something I'm more comfortable buying today as opposed to looking at something like Tesla and going like, oh my God, I got to get into it today. Okay. So from here, just in terms of looking at other positions and things like that, let's just take a quick look at the S&P cash index. So today was a pretty quiet day. S&P's down $1. A lot of economic data coming out this week. A lot of big moves today, again, in the correlated assets. We'll take a look at that in the premium video. Remember, we do have the employment numbers on Friday. I expect that we kind of grind up into those numbers. But the moral of the story here is we're extended, and we could pull back at any time to the 21 EMA and revert back to the mean. Okay, so this week, again, a lot of data, short week. Be patient, wait for a setup, and there is no chasing. Okay, you guys have a great rest of the evening, and we'll see you at the next update.